Welcome to Bator International's Classic Online Motorcycle Sales. Today we're going to be working on Chapter 11, which is going to be involving the sanding and the painting of all of the black products, the frames, swing arms, and all the small items. So anyhow, stick with us, have a look, and maybe you'll learn some today. Maybe not. This is the part that I dislike the most, but again, this is part of the job. Being that these frames were never perfect from the factory, you don't have to get really stupid with regards to sanding them down, detailing them out, making sure every little bump was gone or whatever the case is, because again, you have casting flaws, like the repair that we did on here, you really can't even see it. Like even on this other frame, if we walk over here, this little bump right here, that was there originally. That's part of when they sweated all the tubes together and everything. This was a piece of brass that was left over from the actual construction of the frame. I could have knocked it off, but you know what? I just left it because it was there when it was original. So I've got a few hours that I'm going to have to put into sanding all these items down. But again, you don't have to get stupid with this. Just want to knock off the overspray from the primer and just do a little light sanding, because on the tubes, this is where you're going to see it mostly. But underneath the tank, even though I'm sanding it down, you really don't have to bother. And a lot of these frame sections you'll never see once the bike is assembled. But again, a little attention to detail never hurt. And again, this is part of the process. Well, today's the day we're going to go ahead and start shooting some of the smaller items black. As you can see, we have everything sanded down. Got the heat lamp on, and it's a really shitty day outside, so we are taking items out, shooting them one at a time, and then hanging them up in here where it's nice and warm. So we're going to go ahead and get some of these shot, and just for everybody's information, I use this, what can you say? This is a catalyzed paint. I get it from CarQuest. And they'll actually mix this for you. And for the frames and some of the smaller items, this is perfect. If you don't want to bother mixing your all of your paint or giving it to a painter to do, you can do this all in-house. My tanks and fenders, of course, I give it to my friend Nick Merzinski over at Killer Instincts, and he shoots all my stuff. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and blast this. But what's interesting about this paint is if you, like I mentioned, they'll actually mix it for you. And how this comes is it comes with the cap on top, of course, and then with this little plug like that. And you go ahead and you pop that little red plug out. And at the very bottom of the can, you can see it has like a little pin. So you set that on the bottom of your can and you smack it, and that basically will release the catalyst into the paint. And of course, you have to rattle it around for quite some time, and then you can take it outside and start shooting. So anyhow, it's good stuff. It's not cheap. This is about $30 per can, but again, I'm not a painter, and this works just fine for what we're doing. So I'm going to go out and shoot this and come back in and show you where we're at after that. As you can see, the day is quite gloomy, and we just had some rain yesterday, so I just heated up these parts underneath the heat lamp, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot them. Just want to make sure we're all good. Spray a little tack coat out first. And when I had this black paint mixed, I had them tone the shine down, because back in the day they used baked enamel for these parts, and they were definitely not a high shine or high shine part. So we don't want to go too bright, too shiny on all the components. Let that tack out for a minute. I'll go ahead and shoot it again. Like I mentioned, I'm not a painter, so a lot of you guys may be laughing at what I'm doing here, but it seems to work for me. You just want to make sure you get all around, top, bottom, because the last thing you want is a finished product and you can see some of the primer underneath it, or it's a little flat. And spraying this out in the can is just the same as spraying it with a gun, because again the paint has been catalyzed and it's impervious to fuels and so on after it dries. So this is swing arm number 1. I'm going to go ahead and pull out another swing arm here in a minute and shoot it. So I think we're looking pretty good. So the next step, I have all the small components shot already. I may have to do a redo on top of the battery box caps. But everything else has turned out really nice. And I've gone through approximately 2 cans of this stuff, and I've shot, like I said, a number of parts. And I bought 6 cans because the last thing you want to do is run out, especially when they're mixing it. You don't want to go too heavy because you might create a run. I know I'm sort of gambling here at the moment because I am shooting it a little thicker than I normally do, but sorry about the fingers in front of the camera, guys. But I don't want to have to come back and do this again. I think I got it all. On to the next step. The next step is to go ahead and shoot the frame, since I got all the swing arms and everything ready to go. And I'm going to hang it like this so I can go ahead and get an angle from the bottom, spray out the bottom, and then I'll go ahead and swing it up, tie it off from the front end, and then go ahead and shoot it from the overhead position. So again, I've got about 3 3/4 cans left for 2 frames. So we're going to hopefully get through both frames today. If not, I may have to go back and get some more paint for the second frame. So we'll go ahead and start shooting. We went ahead and shot the underside of the frame, and now I'm going to go ahead and shoot the top side. But again, this is turning out quite nicely. I'm getting very good coverage. And the toned down shine of the black is looking really good. Just about out of this can, so I'm going to have to go in and crack another one. So I'll go ahead and get that done. But I don't want to waste any of this paint because it's not cheap. But once it starts spattering because you're running low, that's the time to call it quits. All right, I'm going to run in real quick, grab that other can, and we'll continue shooting. Well, I've shot out everything I'm going to do today, and I think I got the majority of everything. As you can see just by the hub, it doesn't have a real high sheen, and that's exactly the look I was going for. This frame is drying nicely. I have a couple of swing arms over here hanging off this engine. And the very last frame I just finished shooting. It's out here on the rack kicking off. But I wanted to make hay while the sun shines, and being that we're in the middle of the rainy season here in Southern California, I know all of you guys are saying we've got 6, 8, 10 feet of snow at our place, and you guys out in California are a bunch of pussies, and yeah, you're right, we are. But it turned out really nice. I'm real happy with it. Again, the color is perfect, has the proper sheen to it. And I think I only went through 4 cans in total. So once I have this stuff dried tomorrow, I'll inspect it all, and if there's anything I need to reshoot or sand and fix up or whatever the case is, we'll check it out. But I'm very happy with the results of all the paint for today. Well, thanks for watching this segment, and hopefully it's been educational as well as enjoyable. And make sure you go to our website at www.bator.com and hit the subscribe button there. Also, make sure you hit the like button on our YouTube channel, and you can also subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.